Now, even if you was at the restaurant and they chose to comp the whole meal because things went wrong, you should still be tipping.
Yeah, that server still did their job.
That's right. You should still be tipping.
It's a two-way street. It's like all relationships.
Exactly.
I know most of my friends are in one-way relationships.
That's
all
life.
right. Yeah, that's life. But I'll talk about you want equal everything, and then you yourself aren't playing that game either.
So it's hard for me to sit here and say that I would go with the guest.
Yeah, at that last statement of leaving no tip, dude, I'm gonna go with the restaurant.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure the server was probably disrespectful
Most
or whatever.
likely
but
was.
Yeah, don't brag that you're an asshole.
You're not tipping, right?
Yeah.
Right. You know. So this piece of shit has got us thumbs down. All right, because they should have still tipped, regardless.
Yeah, no love for that guest.
That guest. Zero love for that guest. Bang.
So we got a 1 star, and this is from a month ago.
1 month ago.
My party is 780 here for breakfast yesterday, and this was the only disappointing meal we had in Vegas. To start, my sister asked when she got her meal what type of potatoes, and they were because she's allergic to red potatoes. The lady said she believed that they were rustic. She ate some of the potatoes, and then the waitress came back letting her know that they were indeed red potatoes. She was fine, but as red potatoes make her rash, just as somebody who works in the medical field expected more than a simply sorry, would you like me to call security? Well, I mean, at least they offered a call security.
Yeah, save your ass.
I had the breakfast burrito, which I literally didn't touch because there was a ton of eggs wrapped in a giant tortilla and slightly sprinkled with bacon.
I mean,
isn't that what a breakfast burrito is? Right? The waitress didn't ask me how the meal was, just asked if I wanted a box. But when I said no, she just left it at that. We said no. What more do you want? I wasn't and still am not looking to get anything free or compensated. Just wanted the opportunity to give feedback that I felt wasn't allowed. Huh.
Who told you not to give feedback at the store?
Probably the store. We've read enough of these that, they have to go to a different website to say their complaint again.
They were like, I got something to say. Said, here's the website. You put it down.
If I was to back this up, this is a 50-50. That waitress did fuck up
50-50.
by not finding out about the allergy beforehand.
Absolutely.
We're big on protecting people.
Especially nowadays.
Allergies are...
huge.
Yeah, they're huge. It's not good, so... I'm not all for the guests on this.
No.
And it's like little things that I can nitpick at, right? I don't know what the attitude is like in Vegas. All right, I'm usually so messed up when I'm out there. I don't really pay attention.
Right?
Yeah, I don't really pay attention.
I've always had some decent service when I'm out there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. You have to take we take our experiences out in places, and we've both been there, and it's been nothing but fantastic
I've had
for
great
us.
times.
Yeah,
great, and I've went to some expensive restaurants out there. I've went to cheap restaurants out there, and both of them were, I had good experiences.
Yeah, a lot of people the people that we know in real life are always like, "Oh, you must be a monster when you go out to eat," and it's actually the opposite. We're pretty laid back.
We're taking in everything that goes on, though, but easygoing about it.
Yeah, we're not super harsh on it, and just like we are with these reviews, we're not trying to be super harsh. These are just our views on it. Sometimes we get some good ones where it's just it's definitely a Karen writing a note, and sometimes we get one where it's just yeah, you're absolutely right. On that, I just can't agree with one side fully.
No.
But I will formally agree that there's no way that waitress should have let them eat that.
Absolutely.
Until they knew exactly what they were putting in their system.
Absolutely. So you went with a 50-50?
I had to go 50-50 on that.
50-50 on that. Check twice. I will say, though, speaking of this Karen thing, there is a place that there's a little, I don't know if it was a diner or a coffee shop, and they had named it something Karen. And a lot of real Karens started to write in about it because they was like, how dare, because the term Karen nowadays has been used for a bitch. Excuse my French. I say this in the utmost respect in the industry. A bitch in the industry, and that's what the word for Karen has been used as the term. So, they turned it into like a coffee shop name, and a bunch of real ones started writing in letters like, "How dare you?"
They're just supporting the cause, like
It's
at that point.
fucked up.
I know multiple real people named Karen, and,
And
they're
they're
like
really
the
fine.
sweetest people.
Right.
Right? It's terrible that that's,
Hey.
you know.
What did we learn when we was younger in school? One person messes it up for the crowd.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
It was one
Okay.
Karen and ruined it.
Now all the other ones have to deal with it because their mother.
Yeah, you want to
chose
get
them.
mad at somebody, get mad at that original Karen.
Okay, you find her and you.
Yeah, just give her a nice big
That's right.
open hand slap across the face.
You give her the business.
Yeah, you give her the fucking business.
Give her the business.
You like,
You can tell her we're playing slap champs today, bitch. So this is a 1-star. Stop by to sample the food. Well, that's always a plus. You just wanted to sample it. And picked Happy Hour because they advertised $4 appetizers. I won't be surprised when I find out this shit just didn't go well. Most of them don't.
economically speaking, $4 appetizers is a great deal.
That is a great
You
deal.
also can't bitch.
No.
All right?
Why would you
But
think
they
that
will.
your $4 appetizer has everything in that it should have? I mean, it's not going to be extravagant. It cost $4, which meant it cost the restaurant $1.30 or less to make. I'm just saying. So, $4 appetizers. Disappointed. There were only 2 items for $4: loaded tots and sweet bread rolls. Well, that's because it cost money to make this shit. People. But, hey, we opt to go for the $8 burnt ends and decided to get the rolls to make mini sliders.
Okay.
After about 15 minutes, the waitress came to inform us they ran out of burnt ends. Oh, yep, burnt ends.
Yeah, shit happens. Those are like steak tips.
That shit happens. They was in the back yelling 86. Now, mind you, happy hour started at 2. We ordered at 2:10. Well, I'm going to assume that's not long. That's 10
Yeah,
minutes
that's
into
still
it.
within the hour.
That's right. Tots were okay. Goat cheese fondue was stringy, but they were cooked properly. The rolls we ended up with were store-bought, drizzled in butter and honey, and over-dried in a cast iron skillet. Nevertheless, though needless to say, Robert Irvins probably put a lot of effort into preparing his restaurant, but I feel like it failed. Ironically, the burnt ends were available after happy hour was over. I probably wouldn't have came back. You can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig.
Yeah, but it's a pig with lipstick on it.
Yeah, they sell for more.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
pretty dope.
That's right.
And why would you put lipstick on a pig?
Yeah, who the fuck?
Yeah, let's break
That's
down
a
that
great
statement,
question.
huh? Why would this woman want to put lipstick on a pig?
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
So, I think it's interesting that after happy hour, those things came back, which probably was because they weren't prepared for happy hour.
Yeah, I mean, that's the business. Like half the time, you think we like telling people we're out of shit? We've been out of cauliflower for like 2 weeks now.
That's right.
Just print up new menus without it on,
And
so I don't
call
have to
it a
say
day,
shit.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's not hard. Shit.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
But again, like, don't blame the server for that.
Shit.
You know, we don't do the orders.
Nope. Everywhere will be out of crab shortly. Shit.
Yeah, at the prices they're going for,
There'll
it'll be
no-
cheaper to get lobster.
That's right. There'll be no crab.
And that'll be a dream come true.
That would be. So, what are you thinking here?
Man,
I
I
mean-
have to go with the restaurant on this.
Okay.
Like, you know, shit happens.
Shit does happen.
Places run out of stuff all the time.
Absolutely.
I mean, it blows. They should have been more prepared, yeah.
Most likely.
But, like, you're complaining about $4 apps. You knew what you were getting
What do you
into.
expect?
And you're not even upset with the food. Like, the tots you said were good.
Everything was.
What'd you think the bread was going to be? Like, you're like, oh, they were store-bought.
No
You don't fucking know
shit.
that. All right, they put butter and honey on it.
No shit.
That's more work than most restaurants do. And for $4, like, honey is
that's
expensive.
expensive.
Yeah, so you know what? How dare you?
Do you
Yeah,
even
this
know
is
what type of honey it
all
was?
restaurant, yeah.
Okay. Now I'm assuming that this Robert Irvin guy is a chef. Some special chef, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and you know what? So far, I've been more on Robert Irvin's side than anyone else. He is
They're
a
not
celebrity
complaining.
chef.
He is, huh?
Yeah.
Let's check that out.
About 50% of these have been about price, right?
Pretty much.
And the other 50% is just bitching a bitch.
You guys must have seen him somewhere and just don't like him.
I mean, I'm not going there to eat ever.
Looks
Even
more
if
like
I'm out
he's
in
a
Vegas.
fitness person than a chef.
Yeah, I know, but like...
No, he says he's a chef.
Yeah, he says he's a chef.
Robert Paul Irvin is an English celebrity chef and a talk show host who has appeared and hosted a variety of Food Network programmings for diners, Impossible, Worst Cooks in America. I mean, the motherfucker hosted Worst Cooks in America. What do you expect?
Also, his resume is non-existent. He claims to be, you know, have fine dining experience and trained by, you know, Michelin star chefs, but they found out it wasn't true. So,
duh.
everybody knows that.
That's right.
Yeah. Everybody knows it except for these people.
That go.
Yeah.
That's like the other week when we did the Philly reviews.
Yeah.
And we knew they were all people who aren't from Philly going to these tourist traps. So now you know that this is just a tourist trap. Don't go. All right?
Well, if you do, go to happy hour because looks like the $4 food's delicious.
Yeah, no, they seem to be doing good. They got some charitable work, some life stuff going on.
No, they all have charitable work.
We don't trust them. Pick
Was
one.
it just two?
That's it.
I'll read them both.
Okay.
1 star 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Was staying at a hotel and this was the only place open for food.
Only one.
I walked in and I wanted to get food to take away to the room. It was told to order at the bar. The bar man refused to give me a chicken sandwich to take away because I didn't have an ID. Go figure. My ID was a 15-minute walk away to my room. Went across to the MGM, ordered food, ate it at the bar
That's my place.
with no ID. I'm 31, by the way.
I like the MGM. That's me personally.
Well, first of all, you lied and you said that this place was the only place that was ordering food. Literally said that. This
Well,
was the only place open for food.
at the Tropicana.
That's the first line
at
in
the
there.
Tropicana.
You're a liar. Guess what?
So the Tropicana and the MGM, for those who don't know, are across the street from each
Restaurant. And just a heads up, Vegas now, you need your ID to do anything. All right, it's not just a restaurant or whatever. And probably the guy at the MGM
other.
Grand
That
should
was
be
2
fired
months ago.
for doing it.